The communists, Marxists, and fascists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media, and we will liberate America from these villains once and for all.
Before we go too far, I've got something to tell you.
Prepare for it!
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
Good morning, everyone. It is June 27th. It is Friday. We're 1 week away from the 4th of July, so that's coming next Friday. Very excited. I'm sure you guys are all looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens during this 1 week span. I think we're going to have a lot of action going on with the Trump administration. We'll see what they're up to. But it's going to be very exciting. I could feel it coming forward. So we'll continue to check on it. We have a show on Monday. We have a show on Wednesday as well, and on the 4th of July. So that'll be great. It's nice to see you all here. I also have a lot of people from Rumble. I feel like Rumble should show up in my feed. If not, I will check my phone and look over there. But I will be taking questions from the live chat, as well as those questions that you guys posted underneath the video on Wednesday. So thank you to all who did that in advance. That's awesome. So we have a lot of different topics to cover today. I saw one really great question came in this morning before I started getting going here, and I saw from Ricky Green. Thank you so much for posting this. We're just going to jump right into it, get the show going, and then I will be going over some things on my website. But first, let's jump into this. I really love this question, Ricky, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Starcanashores tarot deck. So I'm going to be using them this morning, and if I feel for some questions I don't need them and it just comes to me, then I won't, but that's what I'm going to do. But here we go. For Ricky Green's question, will law enforcement worldwide be reorganized to serve and protect we the people instead of harassing, intimidating we the people worldwide? So as we all know, it's a very corrupt system, very corrupt. A lot of them are also in on it with the trafficking. So yeah, this is a great question. Or will law enforcement be shut down worldwide? So would there be a shutdown? I'm not getting that. I don't feel that at all. But I do feel we should ask about reorganized. Will it be reconstructed? Replacements definitely in order, and arrest those that are corrupt, arrest those that have been in on so many terrible, operations. But anyways, here we go. So I'm going to reword it a little bit. I'm going to add MAGA in there because we know it's going to be MAGA, the Trump administration. Are they going to be reorganizing law enforcement worldwide? Well, worldwide, but starting right here in the USA. So let's take a look what comes through. I'll be able to tell if it's from a larger scale from far away in other countries, or if it's just here. We know they're all connected because they're all connected with the sex trafficking. So anyways, here we go. Will law enforcement be reorganized? Here we go. 10 of Wands. And eventually I'm going to get a camera so you guys could just see them as I lay them out. But 10 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. So this would be that it's already in the works. I feel like that 9 of Pentacles, remember, because I'm starting to really teach this now, but Pentacles are something that's been happening over time. So they have been doing, I feel like they're doing like little, they're setting them up to get them caught. So yeah, the sting operations on the force. So absolutely, 10 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. I think this is something that's already been in place. They just haven't really announced it. But I do believe in what's coming to me. I'm hearing missing persons. That's what I'm hearing, missing persons. So a lot of the police officers, the ones that are corrupt, because we have a lot of good police officers out there. So this isn't to debunk all of them. But I feel like the ones that are very corrupt and dark, they are actually in on a lot of the missing persons cases. We know that the missing persons cases all often, especially children, often are leading and involved in the sex trafficking. So let me just pull on that and take a look. The Chariot, and then the King of Wands. So this, for those of you that don't know, you're on Rumble, you haven't seen me in a while, this is my tarot deck. The Chariot would mean a collection. I'm hearing collection. And the King of Wands would be coming in very quickly. So yeah, they're going to be taken out. They're going to be taken out. So that's more of a reorganization of the corrupt system, taking the bad ones out, the baddies out all the way. And I do believe eventually, it's not showing me that this would be other countries. This is more about the US right here. So I think eventually, of course, other countries would all be tying them together. So yes, it will happen. But great question. Thank you so much. Let's see, Raven's Wings 33. Will the people who have TDS finally come? We love that. Trump derangement syndrome. Finally come to the realization that Trump is working for their own good and finally wake up? Will they ever? All right, so I've been asked this quite a few times, especially in personal readings, because there's a lot of family members, there's a lot of, you know, really close soul family that people have just had to cut off because of this. But what I'm gathering and what I keep getting when I channel this information, it's their ego is in the way. So I feel deep down they know that Trump is good. They know he's for the people, but they don't want to fess up to that. They don't want to admit, you know, because they've carried this character, right? They've carried this character for so long to bash him, to throw hate and shade at him. So it's an ego thing. They're too proud. They don't want to bow down and actually switch sides, you know. So it's more situational, I would say. You can't really ask on a great scale, will all of them wake up and, you know, turn to the light? It's very situational, because there are some people that do. I'm not saying no, none of them, but it's very situational. Just depends on the person, how big of an ego they have, how evolved they are, you know, and how they treat others. You'll see that a lot of the individuals that have TDS are not nice to other people. They're very grouchy, very unhappy, because they have so much pent up trauma within themselves that they haven't done the work. So a lot of that has to do with how evolved they are, how much self-love they have for themselves as well, you know. And it's always been a common thing, even in your personal lives. You've always had the dark versus the light. The brighter you shine, the more people are going to throw shade at you, and those are those types of people, unfortunately. But thank you for that question. It's a good one. It's common. It's a very popular question. Yeah, let's take a look in the live chat. I'm going to take a couple more. And if anyone there on Rumble, I'm going to share screen with Rumble in case you guys, maybe you always watch on YouTube, but maybe you have a Rumble account too. That is the channel. It's the new Starcanashores. Okay, so I can see that there are a few comments there. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I finally learned how to properly hook it up, but StreamYard, the software here to go live, sometimes will drop you. So I'm just keeping my eye on Rumble. Hopefully they don't drop you guys, but so far so good. But anyways, let's look in that live chat. I'll pull a couple more, and then we have a few from our banners from the last show on Wednesday. So if you're new here, I take all questions, live questions, geopolitical, Mondays and Fridays. So feel free to put them in the live chat, and underneath the video after the show for the next show, you will be brought up. But that's what we do here. So it's live readings every show. It's a lot of fun. But thank you all for being here. Let's see. Are the demon rats, so Democrats, I like demon rats because that really fits their personality. Are they being dismantled once and for all? So yeah, they definitely are. We know this. We're seeing it every day. Let's see if I can get like a number. Spirit doesn't like to give you a number like channeling, but the cards, they could work with me a little bit. So let's take a look, like maybe a percentage on, you know, how close are we to the end of the dark being suffocated by the light? So these demon rats, you know, how far away are we from seeing the suffocation of the demon rats, the dismantling? Here we go. We have the Two of Cups, so it's a pretty balanced energy. So they're making very good progress. Ace of Wands, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is a capturing type of card as well. And then my Justice card right here. So yeah, that would mean like the arrest. That's what's coming to my mind. So once we start seeing the arrest or even just hearing about them, maybe they're not going to show them all live stream, right? Even though we would like that and we deserve that. It's okay. But as long as we hear about it, that's fine by me. But yeah, Justice, the capturing, they got them. They got them right where they want them. So the dismantling is going just fine. Spirit's not really giving us a percentage. I'm not really picking up any percentage that's coming through. They didn't really cooperate with the cards either. But they did show capturing. They did show Justice. And they did show the Two of Cups there. So the good guys are working together in harmony, very balanced harmony to bring justice. So that's a very good sign. We like it. Let's see the new comments out there. Will the big, beautiful bill be passing? So I do feel that this is a yes. Okay, that's just coming through naturally. Absolutely. I do believe so. I really do. I feel that. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go to the banner. So those of you that put your questions in ahead of time from the last show underneath that video. Here we go. So this one is from FabFest. I couldn't fit all your words in there. What I'm going to do is read her entire question. She has a pretty good question. It's a different topic. I'm going to go back to her post under the show on Wednesday because it was so long. It's better that I just read it because it'll make more sense to everybody if I just read it like this. So this is what we're going to do. Here we go. From FabFest Queen, she says, "Hi, Kristen. What is the story of Laurel Canyon? Apparently, Laurel Canyon was founded by a guy named Charles Mann. It was a secret military operation used by the government to usher in the hippie age, and the Charles Manson, note the similarity in name to Laurel Canyon's founder, incident was used to phase it out. There is a book written about it by David McGowan called Laurel Canyon Covert Ops and the Dark Heart of the Hippie Dream." So her question is, which the book doesn't address at all. This is her question, and I tried to put it up there. Was the name Charlie Manson given to the weird guy with the crazy eyes that we see in the media all the time? And was he and the others framed for the murder of a pregnant Sharon Tate, who may have been a pregnant sacrifice performed by the people running the military operation from Laurel Canyon? So that's the question. Okay, so we really want to get down to the bottom of that. Were they framed for this, for pregnant Sharon Tate? And was she a sacrifice? I really feel that this is spot on. I really do. So let's just pull on it. We're going to use our tools here and work with spirit and see, was this what really went down? Let's take a look. Was she a sacrifice? Was Sharon Tate a sacrifice? And were they framed? Here we go. 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Yeah, it was a great betrayal. So they tricked her into it. So absolutely. That's what I'm hearing. It was a great betrayal, trickery. 5 of Wands, it was a struggle. It was terrible. King of Cups, 7 of Wands. She couldn't defend herself. 7 of Wands is in reverse here. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is not good. So it happened very quickly, fortunately for her, but it was very much a struggle beforehand is what I'm getting. It was a fight, a struggle, a fight. But she was tricked in the way they approached her and got her there. So yes, it was a sacrifice. Now, were they framed? Let me see. Because now we want to know who did it. So here we go. This one just plopped out. Well, 2 of them plopped out. So 10 of Cups and the Page of Cups. So absolutely. 10 of Cups is sometimes an illusion for those of you that maybe don't read or don't know tarot. But the 10 of Cups can be an illusion. So what was said, what was painted, what was put in that book, what was, the story out there in the media is an illusion, which most cases are an illusion, especially now that we're learning the truth of everything and everything's been a lie for all these years. So yes, I would say it's an illusion. I'd say yes, they were framed, and yes, she was a sacrifice. So wow, that was a big one, but absolutely. Let's take a look at the next question. Thank you so much, FabFest Queen, for that question. I appreciate that. Oh, I know who we have. So I wasn't able to type all of them out. So sweet Connie out there, I'm going to jump on my phone and just read them out loud. So Connie sent me some questions, and there's quite a few of them, but they're very good questions. So we're going to run through them. I didn't have the time to type them all out. But anyway, here we go. So here's the first question, and they're very good. So I'm just going to run through all of them. So the first one is, because global military heard by DJT has taken down all known child sex gun running adrenochrome. I have to be careful. Remember, if I disappear from YouTube, go to my Rumble account. But anyway, so DJT has taken down all of them. Okay, sex gun running adrenochrome and organ harvesting trafficking networks and destroyed puppet regimens in Middle East, Africa, and Ukraine. Does that mean the sole battlefield remains in Washington, D.C.? Good question. Let's see. Does the sole battlefield of all that remain in Washington, D.C.? We know it's a dark place. It's a beautiful place. But there's an energy there, right? There's a strong energy there because there's some dark things that's happened. So let's take a look. Is Washington, D.C. the sole battlefield? Here we go. Ace of Swords. Okay, so I was kind of feeling that myself. Four of Pentacles, but there is coming to a stop. So they are going to basically, I'm hearing the word refine it. So things are going to change there, but yes, that is. So that is the answer to that question. Here's a question. Is it true that Hunter Biden was making executive decisions during most of 23 and 24? Handing the auto pen to his crackhead son. So it was Sleepy Joe, which we know is a clone and a fake, all of it, right? He's been dead for a long time. But was the auto pen handed to the crackhead son, Hunter Biden? Here we go. Let's take a look. I like the charisma in these questions, Connie. Let's see. We've got the Hermit card. Yeah, I mean, there's been times, I wouldn't say all of them because we had the Five of Cups there. So there's things that he would just let go and not even do. I think maybe he was asked to or directed to. He didn't do it. He's a sleazeball. So of course, sometimes I'm getting like the word sometimes that he would, and sometimes just wouldn't even bother. He's very incompetent for sure. The next question we have, but I like that one. That was really funny. The next one is another one from Connie, but they're great. Let's see. Here's another one. Is it true that thousands of doctors are renouncing their licenses? Okay, so a lot of doctors, and I have heard it from a lot of you in private readings, that they're just like resigning, they're retiring, they're just getting out, they're running for it. But anyway, is it true that thousands of doctors are renouncing their licenses under AMA, the corrupt CDC, WHO, FDA, and joining the New Earth Health Alliance, backed by QFS and protected by Trump's military alliance? Okay, so let's see, is that true? I'm not really feeling like it entirely is true, but I do think some of it is. Let's take a look. Are they joining? So that's what we want to know. Are they joining the New Earth Health Alliance? I would hope that some of the good ones are. But let's take a look. Knight of Swords, Six of Cups. Well, that's the thing, though. Some are, and some cannot. We had the Six of Swords in reverse. Some cannot because they are just, they're too corrupted. And even though they try to run or resign or retire, they're not going to get away with it. So even if they do try that, their track record is still going to be investigated. So I would say that not all of them would be able to join the New Earth Health Alliance, Yeah, they won't be accepted. So that's what I'm getting. Only the few good ones, 100%, absolutely. There's a few. Yeah, sad. Let's take a look at the next one. And here we go. Let's see. Is it true that RFK Jr., Secretary of HHS, has a legally binding reform agreement that neutralized the prior authorization, so prevention of deadly delays, fraudulent billing, and insurance rackets? Ooh, let's take a look. It's a good one. I'll read it again in case you guys didn't follow along there. Is it true that RFK Jr., Secretary of HHS, has legally binding reform agreement that neutralized the prior authorization, prevention of deadly delays, fraudulent billing, and insurance rackets? Is that true? Yes or no? Here we go. We have the Hierophants. So that's a yes. It is true. Three of Swords representing health. Okay, absolutely. And then the Two of Wands. So that is a yes. All right. Good question there, Connie. Appreciate it. And then we have one more from Miss Sweet Connie out there. Connie Q, I like to call her. Here we go. Is it true that Trump told Congress to vote on the big, beautiful bill by July 4th? That's a great one. Okay, so by July 4th, is it true that our President Trump told Congress to vote on it by July 4th of 2025? Here we go. Yes or no? Six of Swords. I would say so. I would say that's a yes. Let me pull a few more because I'm not really getting a direct message coming at me. Now we have the Sun card, the Two of Wands, beautiful Star card of transformation. And once again, for those of you that, maybe haven't seen me in a while, because a lot of Rumble followers are like, oh, there you are. So these are my cards. And coming soon, they will be revised, and they'll have the names on each of them, because I know a lot of you were requesting that, so I'm finally going to do it. Each card will have their names on them, what they are, what they were inspired by. Okay, my versions, aside from the Rider-Waite, these are my versions. But anyway, out of the dark and into the light, Six of Swords. These are just the general basic meanings here. Sun card, absolute, hands down, yes. So I do believe our President Trump did tell them. So by the 4th of July. And then we have beautiful transformation, because that's what that big bill is going to do. And that's why it's called the big, beautiful bill, because it is going to be a huge rebirth, transformation. We are in the age of Aquarius as well, the era, the golden era. So it makes perfect sense. So absolutely. Yep. Let's take a look into the live chat, because that was all that I had from my phone. So let's take a look into the live chat. Let's see, Karen Boda. So does Trump support AI coming into our lives? I believe he was asked this publicly. It was by some reporter or something. And what he said was, I do believe it was a yes, but also options. He wants it to be optional. So it's not something he wants to completely take over. And I'm not speaking for him. I'm just speaking on behalf of what I heard from an interview. I try to hit all, I don't miss any of his interviews, his questions. But yeah, he does support it, but not to take over things, not to take over our part in this world. Let's see. Supreme Court, this is from Ricky Green, Supreme Court in Trump's birthright citizenship case limits judges' use of nationwide injunctions. All right, good fun fact there. Ooh, Aubrey Denton in the house. Good to see you. He's been a follower, as a lot of you have. Well, you guys have too, but first from the beginning. So good to see you here. Let's see. Question: in your intuition, what can we expect for the July 4th holiday weekend? So yeah, what I was feeling this morning, because I couldn't help but notice. I'm like, oh wow, the 4th of July is next Friday. Cool. It's one of my favorite holidays. And as soon as July hits, and then it goes into the holidays, it goes by so fast. So I love July. And I love the holidays. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited for it. But what I feel, aside from my own excitement, intuitively, I do think that there's going to be a lot of transformational, announcements coming forward. And we are in the Cancerian, like I'm going to tie in a little astrology here. But we're in the Cancerian phase right now, what zodiac sign we're in. So I do believe that we not only have new beginnings happening, positive things coming in this 1 week. I think over the weekend we're going to get some good action as well. But I think it's going to have to do with the financials and how it affects families and, our daily lives. So I really think that over the 4th of July, we will be happy. We will be, anticipating and excited for those things to come to fruition. And I don't think it's something that we're just going to keep waiting for like we have been. I think there's going to be like some breaking news, breaking information about helping the people, helping families. So I really think that transformation is well in place. There is something that is being planned as we speak, or it's already been planned, but something really beautiful is going to happen. I really think that. I don't think it's any drama. I don't think it's any more controversy, but I think it's something really good, and it's going to help families. So it has to be, I feel, something tied to the financial system, something tied to financial reward back to the people, something to help families. So that's what I'm sensing, Aubrey. It's going to be a great celebration for sure. Let's see. RG, nice to see you here. XRP case was denied by Judge Torres. Okay, so I don't know if you saw the last couple of shows. Every time I've been pulling on XRP lately, there's something going on with XRP. And I'm not saying it's still a great investment, but there's something corrupt going on with XRP. So if you have it, still keep it. It's still good. But I feel like there is something going on there. There's something fishy going on. It's unclear, but there's something corrupt going on for sure. Let's see this one from Mojos Mama B. Question, will DJT's face be shown and added to the Mount Rushmore by the end of July? So someone else asked this. I don't know if it was you or someone else in another show, and I did answer it, and it was a yes. But let's try to shoot for that time frame. If Spirit could just give us a yes or no, you know, July of 2025, by the end of July. Here we go. We have the Knight of Swords and the Six of Cups. So it's going to happen, but I don't think, and I wish it would, because July is a great month to do it. But I think that it'll possibly be talked about, but I don't think it'll be finished in July, you know. But yeah, maybe there'll be an announcement about it, but it won't actually be done, you know. Of course, that's going to take some time. But yeah, I would say that's awesome. Let's see. Ravens Wings 33. Will the Statue of Liberty, Lucifer, be removed since it is a satanic site? Here we go. The Statue of Liberty. Will that ever be removed? Here we go. We have the Justice card, Nine of Pentacles. It would be more in the future, because I'm getting more of a future outlook vibe here. So not anytime soon, but I would say in the future, yes. I honestly feel that, and I hate to even say it, but, well, I don't really. But what I'm getting is that there will be some sort of explosion at the Statue of Liberty. I'm not, and I have to, you know, because I'm on social media, I have to say it's just a prediction. It's not something that, you know, I've actually seen it though as a vision, and I'm not manifesting it because a lot of people respect it and don't think it's satanic, but we know it is. I feel it is. But I do feel there'll be some sort of explosion or something happening there. And yeah, I think it'll be the good guys actually taking it out, but they're going to play it off like it was an attack. So I'm sorry, but that's what I'm getting. Will the rods of God destroy satanic sites? Let's take a look. Ten of Pentacles, and we have my Tower card there. So yeah, it will be cleansed. The only way to cleanse it is to destroy it, get rid of it. So yes. Yep. Let's see. Mojos Mama B. Question, will the AI inclusion in the Big Beautiful Bill be altered or removed before the vote? The AI inclusion, will it be altered or removed? Here we go. I'm hearing that it's going to be altered. Let's see what the cards can help us with Spirit. What can they show us through the cards? Wow, so transformation, it is the Death card. Transformation, though, altering, transform it, okay? Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. So I think it's more of an altering. It's transforming. They're going to transform it. They're going to transform it so that it's, you know, fair. That's what I'm getting, because there's so many supporters of it, so many people against it. But yeah, it's going to be altered, most likely, transformed. Let's take a look. We've got Connie Phillips out there, our little news reporter, saying already done, passed the Senate yesterday 100% by one. Okay, there's your news. Okay, very cool. Let's see what else is in the chat. And I'm gonna take a look over on Rumble. Sorry, Rumble. Actually, let me share screen because I can read really small print. My eyes are still good, thank the Lord. But here we go. So out there in Rumble, any questions? Let's see. So we're not taking personal questions today. If you want a personal reading, I do suggest you go to Starcanashores.net. So I see some, it may be that you guys didn't hear, but on Mondays and Fridays, it's all geopolitical and more for the collective to enjoy. Not that personal questions aren't enjoyable, they can be, but they're very personal. So if you would like a one-on-one reading, I do offer that on my website. If you can't make a one-on-one, you can send in 4 questions for only $33, and I send you back a recorded video just like this. It's like your own show, and I answer your questions and I send them to you. So you can also order that, only $33. Also, the palmistry is available. I still offer that. And the newest addition is to become a reader. I also have that. You can have one-on-one readings with me. It's a lesson. We read each other. You read me, I read you. So it'd be 2 interactions. So it would be 2 meetings, one-on-one. It's on my website. It's called Become a Reader, Discovering the Seer in You. Everyone's a seer. I believe you all have that ability. But that is available. So yeah, take a look into that. And like I said, if you're interested in the Starcanashores tarot deck, they are being revised by all popular demand. So they will now have the added names to each one, what they were inspired by, like the King of Cups here. And they will also come with gold or silver on the edges, your choice. But very beautiful. They'll be added to the website shortly. I just have to edit them. But looking forward to that. So always go to Starcanashores.net if you want a personal reading. So that's a shout out to all of you on Rumble and here on YouTube. And if you guys could, please, if you're on YouTube, because they've been messing with me, my numbers so much, so badly. Because I have so many Trump things, my thumbnails, I have my intro of Trump, YouTube doesn't like MAGA. But anyways, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit the like button, share it if you like the content here. Tell your friends if they have questions, they can come here and get live readings, and it's free, costs you nothing to put your questions up here. But yeah, right here on YouTube and also on Rumble, it's called the New Starcanashores over there on Rumble. So yeah, just make sure you guys follow both. That would be very much appreciative of me. So thank you. But anyways, let's get into it. Any other questions out there in the live chat? And I also love Connie. Thank you so much. I have to thank you once again for always putting the links out there in the chat. I do want to speak a little bit about Ascent Nutrition too. So those of you on Rumble, I still, because you guys haven't seen me in a long time, I still support hugely with Ascent Nutrition. They are also a part of Maha. Lance has also been to Mar-a-Lago. They did an Ascent table scheme for him and everything. So it's beautiful. But anyway, he is a part of Maha. But Ascent Nutrition, if you order it through my website, it's right on my website. It says Shop Nutritions. If you order there, you can qualify to win an express rating. And I'm also, I didn't say this, but I have 2 to give away today. I'm going to be giving away 2 readings. That was a compliment from Kathy Harnett out there. I don't know if she's here with us right now, but she also donated 2 readings. So we'll be giving those away before I end the show. But anyways, yeah, if you order from Ascent through my website, you automatically are entered to win. But I do want to share this little recipe with you guys. I tried it the other night. I have a lot of sleeping issues. So sometimes I just can't sleep. I'm always creating in my mind, always. I'm always have these ideas. I just keep creating things and I want to do all these different things. I'm just wild in my mind, okay? But I tried, and you might have even heard of it, banana tea. You use the banana peel and you boil it in water, like you make tea with it, okay? Water and the banana peel, that's it. You can add a little cinnamon to it, which I did. And it's amazing. It tastes like you're drinking a banana bread. But anyway, the highlight of the story, how it ties into Ascent, is that I also added the mushrooms. So agarikon mushroom, I also put a little scoop of that in there, and lion's mane mushroom. And what that did was it knocked me out for 10 hours. I am not a 10-hour sleeper. I am more of a 5 to 6 hours, and I'm up ready to, run or go, do something. I'm just wild. But anyways, this knocked me out for 10 hours. So banana tea, you can look up banana tea, just Google it. It's easy, so easy. Just put the banana peels in the water, you boil it, you drink it. But I really suggest adding the agarikon or the lion's mane mushroom. You might even have it from Ascent still because it lasts you forever. But put that in there. I'm just sharing it with you guys to definitely do that. If you're having trouble sleeping, there's so much magnesium in the banana peel. And what is the other? Magnesium and melatonin is actually in the banana peel. So it was wonders for me because I have trouble sleeping and feel great. I did it last night, actually. Yeah, I slept 10 hours. That's crazy because I never ever have slept that long. Not since, a long time ago. If I'm sick, yeah, I'll sleep. But that's just wild. Let's see. Someone's commenting on my hair, huh? Yeah, you know what happens? The dye, it's actually, what is it called? It's henna. Yeah, the henna dye actually has been washing out. And I'm in the ocean a lot on the weekends. On Saturday, that's my day. We go to the ocean, me and my boyfriend. So I'm in the ocean, and I think the salt water, the sun, it's fading it, and the henna is just washing out every time I shower. So yeah, it's lightening up. Yeah, but thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the compliments. I love hair. I'm always about color. You guys have seen maybe every color on me, right? You guys have seen me blonde, really dark. You've seen every color, I think. So, but thank you guys. I appreciate that. But anyways, any other questions in that live chat? I know I've been rambling a little bit. Joni Stewart saying she's won a free express reading from me as well because you ordered Ascent. Yeah. So I have an Ascent to give away as well. So I actually have a total of 3. Oh, look, Kathy is here. Kathy donated enough for 2 people to win. So I'm going to take a winner from Rumble and a winner from YouTube. And then I also have the winner of the Ascent express reading that I'm going to post in just a second. But good morning, Kathy, and thank you for your donation for allowing 2 lucky winners to have a free reading. So free express reading. So what you'll do, here's the ground rules. What you'll do is you'll send in 4 questions, and then I make you a recorded video, and I'll be doing those today because today is it's a little bit more relaxed today. I'll be working on my cards and everything, but I will be doing any recording. If you guys have express readings today, I'll get them done ASAP, 24 hours usually. I can do it that fast. But anyways, back to the subject. Send in 4 questions to starcanashores@gmail.com. I'm just going to put, here it is. So this is the email. So the lucky winner, and I do have the name here. I have typed it here. So our lucky winner for the Ascent. All right. So this person, yep, Kimberly. It is Kimberly Patrick. So Kimberly Patrick is the winner, and I'm going to type it in here. Kimberly Patrick, you won the Ascent Express reading. So I forgot to put it as a banner. There you go. So for Kimberly Patrick, you are the winner for the Ascent Express reading. And then we're going to play a little game. So we're going to play a little game, everyone on YouTube, everyone on Rumble. So right now, I am going to pull, you know what would be an easier way to do this? I have another card deck, for those of you that don't know, Eternal Connections. These are more of oracles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one for all of us. And once again, Kimberly Patrick, go to starcanashores@gmail.com. Send in your questions. Thank you so much for ordering from Ascent using my links. I appreciate that. I'll get your video to you today. I'm really jumping on things today, too. I'll be really fast. But anyways, so let's pull a question from Eternal Connections. And the number, there's biblical numbers on here. So the biblical numerology meaning to each number is on the cards. So whatever number that is, I'm not going to announce it, but whoever has it and posts it, you're going to win. The first person who posts that number. So it is like an angel number game. We do this often, so you guys probably remember. But anyway, here we go. What is the message we all need to hear today? All of us need to hear today. Here we go. That one didn't come with the number. It's about our inner child, though. We need to all focus on our inner child. Spirit likes to play with me. Now, not every single card has a number on it, and that's funny that it's happening this way. But they really, Spirit wants us to look into the inner child within all of us to work on. So write a letter to your younger self and tell him or her how proud you are and about your plans for the future. Connection with your inner child is very healing, and you can uncover something you did not expect to be there. And this helps with introspection when trying to find your soul's purpose, which is a very common question. So many people ask me, what is my soul purpose? What am I here for? What is my next chapter? What am I supposed to be doing? It is a very popular question. But I will help you, but I will also guide you to go within, really examine your inner child. Remember back to when you might have to meditate to really go back in memory and connect with him or her, that younger version of yourself. What did you like to do? What were your hobbies? What were the things that you were passionate about? And a lot of that ties into what you should be doing in your life path, your soul purpose. It really does tie back in. Example, like I was always journaling and writing stories, writing song lyrics and stuff. And they were storytelling. I was just writing all the time. So I was doing communication in my past life. I know that. Some form of communication. Was I a writer? Possibly, but I have such a passion for music. I think I might have been doing music at the time. But this lifetime is a little bit different. It's a different world. It's online, right? All this technology. So very heavy into technology. I feel that there's a producer aspect of myself coming through as I get older, I'm sure. But it all ties in, and it's all communication and helping people and getting to the people, also bringing people together as well. So that's a main thing that I had when I was young. I used to escape my mom's house as a little kid. Escape, like run out, and she didn't know. Go to the neighbor's house and just have lunch with her and and just talk, and like I was very social. I like being around people, community, bringing people together. So just think back to the inner child. What were you doing? What were you loving? What was your passion? What brought you peace? Like if you didn't have anything to do today, nothing for the rest of the day, what would that little girl or little guy within you, what would he or she have done? Bring out that inner child. Did you go outside and, hang out in nature and play outside or something? Or did you write? Did you sing, play guitar, play sports? There's something in there that you can really dig deep and discover a part of you that is also activated now that you just need to bring to the surface. And also examine that we're in a different world now too. So yeah, technology is popular now. Advertising is mostly online now. So if you're thinking more of a business type of thing, so just you really have to apply who you were then, that version of yourself, and how that person would be in this world now, because we're in a different world, time and space. But that is a little bit of advice on how you can connect with the inner child. I guess Spirit wanted us to hear that before I picked a number. So now we're going to play the game. We're going to play the game. You guys pick an angel number. And if it matches the one on this card, hopefully they give me one that has a number. This one does, actually, and it's a very easy one. So this one does, and it's about blockages. So that's good, too. So, yeah, blockages is something we talk about a lot. But a lot of times blockages are yourself. It's you. It's your own opinions of yourself. Self-critical, getting in the way. Let's see if anybody guessed it. Vicky Castrova, you're close, but that's not it. I will tell you. Oh, I can't tell you because it'll give it away. Let's check on Rumble real quick. Let's check on Rumble. I can't give any more hints. I'm bad at keeping secrets, but let's see. Anyone on Rumble? No one on Rumble has gotten it yet either. That's okay. I'm going to pull you guys up on my phone because it's easier. But yeah, no one's gotten it yet. Let's see, new comments. Oh, okay, wait. I think I've got a winner now. 76 Norton over on Rumble. Whoops, sorry. 76 Norton over on Rumble is number 5. The card blockages in my Eternal Connections deck is number 5. And it is the process of elimination, of change. So doing that in your mind, that's a little message for you guys. If you feel you have any blockages, you have a process of elimination. Maybe make a list of why you feel certain ways. But 76 Norton, this is what you need to do. You need to go to starcanashores@gmail.com. Send me 4 questions, and you can take your time. But like I said, if you send them in today, I'll get it done today. Within 24 hours, all express readings. It's Fun Friday, so if you send it in, if you have an order of an express reading today, you'll have it back in 24 hours. But anyways, yeah, starcanashores@gmail.com. 76 Norton is the winner. Very cool. So cool. All right, so we're going to play again. Let's see what else. What other number comes through, and a little message. So we're going to play again. So if you didn't win, try again. So Rumble already had their winning. So Rumble, good job. Here we go. So this is for YouTubers. You guys are on YouTube. You guys could play. Here we go. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay. This is a 2-digit number. 2-digit number for those of you on YouTube, since we already had a Rumble winner of 76 Norton, so congratulations. But everyone on YouTube, 2-digit number. I wonder who's going to get it. This is so fun. 2 digits. Yep. Let's see. Not yet. It's okay. 2 digits. And while you guys are still guessing, I'll share my website for everyone who's new. Yeah. I think I just saw a winner too. Oh man, you guys are fast. So yeah, if you're new and you're like, how do you schedule a personal reading? Well, you just go to arcanashores.net, and it's right here. It says express readings with my 4 of Wands version of 4 of Wands. So yeah, if you order an express reading today, I'll have it back to you today. And we have a winner. Yes, I saw. And where did she go? It's the only woman who got it. I'm just double checking to make sure, but yes, it's true. And I believe she is on YouTube. Yep, it's Pam Jenkins Miller. The number 13, and for those of you that have the Eternal Connections card, you would know that this is on the Inner Conflict card of spiritual battle with human experience. So this is a message talking about, so since I pulled it, I better talk about it. This is a message about that spiritual battle that we all have within us. Sometimes we don't know that that's what's really going on. But if you're having a day that just feels weird and you can't really make yourself happy, or you just feel kind of bummed, you are going through some sort of it's a transformative, like an upgrade. So a lot of times it's because our soul, our spirit, our soul, that's what we all are. We're all spirits, but we're in a human experience now. So some days, yes, astrology plays a role, but it does affect us, our emotions. It affects, just the energy in the atmosphere, the environment. Sometimes we don't even want to talk to people, and we just want to like isolate ourselves. So that happens, and you might feel bummed. You might just not feel yourself, your uppity self. So that's a spiritual battle within, because your soul wants to do some introspection when your human body knows human experience knows it has so much to do, responsibilities, bills, all the nonsense that doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter. But the spirit wants to express itself, wants to have fun, wants to feel free. So a lot of days when you do feel dumbed down, that's what's really truly going on within you. And if you realize that more often, maybe you're having that day today. I don't know. But if you feel that, just realize that it's a lot of an inner battle of the human body, the human brain versus the spirit that wants to be free, expressive, have fun, be loving and fun. And then the human just wants to like dumb you down and be like, well, we have all these bills to cover. We better get to work. We have all this responsibility, So it's a battle. And a lot of us don't realize that that's secretly happening deep within us. It's embedded because of everything we've gone through. But anyways, that was our little lesson for today. Pam Jenkins Miller. So you have been to me before. So just go to starcanashores@gmail.com. Send in your 4 questions. I'll get it done today. And that goes for anyone who orders an express reading. I will get it done today if you order. But anyways, let's see. I'm going to pull some cards before we leave here, just because it's Friday. Let's see what the weekend holds for all of us. What is the message we all need to hear for today? I'm going to switch decks because those are all messed up. So this is the beautiful Arcana deck with the gold on the sides. They're so beautiful. But today I will be revising them and putting the names, because everyone's asking me, can you put the names on each card? So yes, I will do that. And if you already have a deck like mine that doesn't have the names on them, this would be more of an advanced step, right? So you just naturally will get to know them anyway. So you don't have to have the names on them. But for beginners, it's great. And it would be great if you do sign up to learn how to read, and you have the ones with the names on it. That's cool. But anyways, here we go. What is the message Spirit would like me to share with everyone? Channel through me. What do they need to know? Aside from what you've already shared with us. Here we go. We have the Page of Cups. So what I'm hearing is present yourself. So bring things to yourself. So bring things up from the surface. Have a conversation with yourself. That's what's coming to me. It's going to bring you emotional clarity, but also emotional fulfillment. So I would bring things to the surface, because remember, the Page of Cups in tarot are about love. So having a full cup. So look at your life, what's going on in your life right now. Look at it from a full cup perspective, Now, something that everyone could relate to generally is like financials. So when things get tight or things are just uneasy, or because there's fear of the unknown when it comes to that, financials. But remember, it's so human, and that's not who we are anyway. So try not to take it too seriously, because, we all have the God gene within us. We're not supposed to worry, because if we do worry, that's just lack of trust within what we've been given. We've been given a lot of beautiful, beautiful supernatural abilities that we just have to trust that it's all going to work out. Because it's just a human experience. It's just a ride that we're here for. So try to remember that. But the Page of Cups, I feel like if you bring to the surface what you love about your life, what you love about yourself, it will quickly shift your energy or your mood. Maybe you're in a mood swing. It'll quickly shift and pull you out of that. Next, we have the 5 of Cups. So it happens a lot when I'm not on air, but I will be thinking, and then the card just comes out. This card actually means exactly what I just said. Yeah. So a lot of you that already know tarot, you're like, wow, that's crazy. Because the 5 of Cups is about, you see how he's looking at the 3 cups that fell down? He's looking at what he doesn't have, or what he's like upset that he doesn't have, And then the ones behind him, he's got 2 full cups behind him. I've always had a problem with this guy, because he's very, he's just in a lack mentality. So it's pretty much what I just said. Focus on what you have. Focus on the love that you have in your life, what you love about yourself, the things that you have, your home, you got a roof over your head, you got food, you got pets, you got whatever it is. Look at the good things. Look at the, and he needs to turn around. He wouldn't be so depressed. So again, let go of what's negative. I know it's easier to say that than to do it, but there's little techniques. It's a mind thing, because we're human right now. Spirits in a human body. You just have to trick the mind. It's all about your mindset. Next, we have the Sun card. So the Sun card, I feel like you just need to heal something. This is for someone out there, maybe that's really struggling right now. There's some type of healing. It's an inner healing that you need to let go of. And take it how it resonates. So these 3 cards, and I feel like this is for someone specific out there. Bring to the surface what you're happy about that you have. Let go of whatever disturbance, connection that was not healthy for you. I feel like you had a unhealthy connection. So let go of that. Let go of the memories too. Think of the good times, but let go of the negative ones. And look about, look to how strong you've been to get through those times. Sun card. So that takes a lot of courage. to walk away from something. Maybe it was a marriage or something. But the Sun card is about healing. So take it how it resonates. So for those of you that maybe are stumped and can't get out of that negative energy, and you keep reflecting on what you don't have versus what you do have, and it happens to us a lot sometimes. So what we have to do is remember that there must be something I need to heal, something I'm not realizing, and also retrain your thinking. And once you retrain your thinking, you reach a higher consciousness. You keep going up in consciousness the more that you retrain the way you think. So I think that's the message for today. I'm really not getting anything else, but I do think that, that was to reach someone out there that may have had to leave behind an old life and had to start over, but they're finding themselves tripping over, shoot, like I used to have this and now I have this, and they're just comparing and contrasting too much, but they're not looking at the big picture, and they're not looking at how strong they are for overcoming. So that's what I'm getting. But anyways, yes, inner healing, Connie. Retrain your brain, Raven's Wings. Yep, absolutely. We were born for this. I love that from Raven's Wings as well. Yeah, we came here. We agreed to come here. It's fun. We have a lot of fun here. Concentrate on the good times. The hard times are just lessons, and that makes you stronger in this human experience. And you know what the strength does? The strength of the heart, the strength of the spirit helps you to remember who you truly are and where you came from. So the struggles, if we didn't have the struggles, we wouldn't be as cool as we are right now. We wouldn't be. We wouldn't be this version. We would be held back. We would be dumbed down and suppressed. So that is not us. So anyways, you guys stay positive. I'll see you guys on Monday. Remember to leave your questions down below for geopolitical questions only from Monday. And I'll see you guys then. Have a great, beautiful weekend. Take care. Bye.